So this is question 1 on worksheet 7. So when we say make a scatter plot for this data, basically all we want to do is plot these as points. So we have an x and a y. And you can do this by hand, or you can use your calculator to kind of get you a scatter plot and just kind of sketch in an approximate, which is what I'm going to do here. So to enter this data into my calculator, I'm going to press the Stat button. From the Edit tab, I'm going to select the Edit command. And then in L1, I'm going to put in these x coordinates. So I already have some stuff in L1. To get rid of it, I'm going to move my cursor so that it's now on top of the L1. See how it's highlighted? Press the clear button and then the down arrow, and it'll wipe that whole column for me. So then I can type in those x coordinates. And then I'll go ahead and put my y coordinates into L2. So I'll do the same thing, move my cursor so it's on the L2. Press the clear button and the down arrow. And then just type in the values. So there's that. And then I'll exit out of here. And to graph those points now, I'm going to press second and the y equals. Choose plot 1. Start by turning it on. This first option is the scatter plot option. So that's highlighted, so I don't need to change that. It says my x's are from L1 and my y's are from L2, which is where I put my x and y coordinates. So that's good. And the mark that I'm using is this mark, which is good. So the last thing I need to do is to have the calculator graph this now that it's all set up to graph. To make sure I get a good picture, though, I'm going to use the zoom option. And I'm going to select zoom stat or z-stat. So I'm going to scroll down till I see zoom stat. And I'm going to select that option. And that's going to automatically format my window so that I can see what's going on there. And now I have this mumbo jumbo, which apparently I had something else in my graph before. I'm just going to turn that off. So there's my scatter plot, and you can kind of sketch a picture of that just in that area there. To write a power model for this data, I'm going to use my calculator again. So we remember that the regression equations live under that stat button. So I'm going to exit out of the scatter plot. I'm going to press the stat button again, but this time I'm going to go over to the calc tab, and I'm going to scroll down till I see the power reg, and that's that option there. So I'm going to select that option. I put my x's in L1 and my y's in L2. I don't have a frequency list. We'll never have a frequency list for anything we're doing in this course. And where it's to store regression equation, I am going to do that this time because I'm going to use that information to do part C. So I'm going to store this equation into one of the y equals menus, or one of the y equals slots. I'm going to store it into y1. So to retrieve the variable y1, I'm going to press the vars button, and then I'm going to go over to the yvars tab, and I'm going to choose the function option, and then there's my y1. So I'm going to pick that. And then I'm going to hit calculate. So again, the r's don't matter to us, but this is our power model now. So I have y equals a, so 379.8273178 times negative 0.63038508.4. Oops. It's a power model, not exponential. So see the form here. It's a times x to the b. So this is my exponent. Excuse me. Okay. And then for part C, what it's going to be doing is I'm just going to be plugging in 73 for x. So to do that, I can do it a couple of different ways. I could type all this in, or if I exit out of here, I can retrieve that variable y1. So I can press the vars button, go over to the yvars option, select the function option, and select y1. And I can do the parentheses 73, so it's kind of like function notation. So I'm doing y1 of 73. And that gives me about 25.4. And then these y-coordinates are melting points, so that's degrees. And if I want to see how good of a model this is in comparison to my data, if I press the graph button, because I stored that equation to the y1, you can see the fit there to my data, which is quite good. So that this power model does a nice job of describing that data. And that's how you would do really kind of all the problems from this assignment. Hope that helps. Bye.